Sorry about that. My mom came in. She wanted something. But I forgot to say. But you just have to be conscious of what you're putting in because it means something. So, next couple of weeks, months, life, because it could be something that's genetic related. My father's dad's side of his family, a lot of them died early of heart disease or other cardiovascular diseases. So it's something to be conscious of. So, sorry for all the so's and ums. We'll just see what happens. His diet will change. He met with a dietitian. He has to go to cardiac rehab. So it will be a long road. 3 to 6 months of no heavy lifting. Have to make sure that the heart gets back to strengthening itself. Just nothing to strain it because the heart's still healing. They pretty much said how the heart pumps. My thumb is like the artery, it kind of the area that it collapsed. Normally your heart is pumping, but his heart now kind of doesn't go in as much as. That's actually kind of hard to do. It's like patting your head and rubbing your stomach. So we'll see what happens. So I'm going to make my personal goal, along with what I've been writing about being more conscious of exercising and stuff. I do want to improve my diet. I want to focus on preparing meals that are more centered around healthier heart, I guess. Watching the cheeses, I think that's something very easy for me to go ahead and eliminate. I never, when I go out and I order a sandwich, I always order without the cheese. I'm trying to think other things. I'm not a soda drinker, so I don't really have that to worry about. Just watching your sodium, I think that's a big thing. That's the misconception that you can go and buy things that are low fat and low this and low that, but watch the sodium level, because sometimes making something low fat, you still gotta make it taste good somewhere, and they're gonna do that with how much salt is actually found in the food and all that stuff. So tomorrow will be another long day, but completely worth it, because I can't imagine my dad not being around. And it's kind of like he said, when they took him back, or even before they took him back, and just knowing that you were calling 911 and just knowing that I don't know what's going to happen or what has happened. It's really scary. He even said he was afraid he wasn't going to die just because of how bad the pain was, and afraid he wouldn't see my sister's wedding coming up in September. And those are the things that kind of hit home and make you realize what's really important. And in the grand scheme of things, if you want to eat cheeses and dairy products and fatty meats and other things, you have to look at what value you're placing on your own life and things that you could potentially end up missing out on if you don't take care of yourself and you're not watching what you're eating. So that's my spiel. So I figured I would try this whole video diary instead of writing, because it's a little hard sometimes and I feel very guilty. I can say that I haven't really done a very good job of running this week. I did last week, since my last post, I did run 35 minutes on, I think it's Sunday or Saturday morning, I can't remember the day, but I did about 3 miles then. Just honestly taking it at a slow pace has worked really well for me, because I'm not getting exhausted. I'm actually wanting to run longer, which is crazy. I never thought I'd get myself back into my half marathon shape, but I'm noticing that I need to do more, because I can see it in my cheeks. Like, they're getting chubbier again, and I want my dimples back. You can't see them very well. But then Monday I ran for 40 minutes and did 3.5 miles. So again, not anywhere near what I was running when I was doing the marathon last September, but you have to start back somewhere, and this is where I'm starting. So tomorrow, full day hospital. I have to tutor in Frederick. So that's why I figured I need to be here. I'm already gonna have to drive back to Frederick, even if I drove back into Rockville for work and stuff. So I want to be home when my dad comes home. I want to be able to help my mom and just anything that needs to be done around the house before I go to tutoring, and then I'll go back to my apartment in Rockville. So it's been interesting. And I've said too many so I'm gonna go. So thanks for listening, and that's all.